Well, guys, I think I may have got my wish. Now, I don't want to jinx things. I don't want to speak too soon because the fight's not booked yet. Weili Suarez. But I think I know what this means. The UFC confirming the next two contenders who could have been Tatiana's next opponents. The UFC confirming Janji Ropa and Lemos fighting against each other July 20th. That confirms to me that Tatiana is going to be the next contender in line. So they may have not booked the fight next, but I do think that her title shot is secured. I do think Ali did work something out in her favor. So she's not going to have to fight anyone else moving forward. Doesn't matter if she has to wait till like maybe November, December to fight Weili. The fight's happening. And best case scenario, it could even happen in this year. If, they don't want to do it in like a fight night, because I could see them doing it in a fight night, whether it's China or not, because Dana White said the UFC, they're getting rid of Apex events, so thank God they're going to be actually like going to like arenas, stadiums to do fight nights, and they've done like women's MMA title fights on fight nights before, so I wouldn't be opposed to that if they could just get this over with in August. I do hope that they're going to do a China show in August, so that, sooner the better. Suarez gets the title shot, and Suarez gets to dethrone Weili on home soil. That would be epic right there. But I think I got my wish. The fight's gonna happen. You guys can talk all the crap you want about Tatiana being this pullout merchant, and y'all can act like I just bumped into something, my bad. Y'all can act like she just never shows up to fights and blah 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 blah, but she's fought 2 times in 2023, no pullouts. She's had a full year of 2018, no pullouts. Didn't pull out of a fight in 2019. Yeah, she had an extended break from 2019 to 2023, but she's back. Okay, she pulled out once or like twice, like once in 2021, and then pulled out once, this year against Lemos. But my take on the whole Lemos thing and her pulling out of that fight is some things just aren't meant to be, and I truly believe it was fate that had Tatiana pulling out of that fight. I truly believe, not to sound corny, that Suarez versus Lemos just wasn't meant to happen, and that she was always supposed to fight for the title next after beating Andrade. And anything else moving forward would be a waste of time, because why would she fight Lemos, especially at the time? Maybe now it can make more sense because there's more value in that fight because she's coming off a win, but like, come on, like, she was coming off a loss to the champ at the time, so what does she gain by going backwards, beating the crap out of Lemos? But then there's also a risk because it's MMA. Anything could happen. Lemos is dangerous. So it's not worth the risk of losing your title shot to Weili's leftovers. Might as well just go straight into the lion's den and just fight Zhang Weili. That's what's next. It's next. And she's not pulling out of that fight. I can promise you. It's happening. Tatiana has fought through injuries before, so unless it's something serious, which I don't think that's going to happen again, I think this is meant to be. I think this is destiny that Weili and Suarez will happen. The strawweight division just got saved, because what other fight is there for Zhang Weili? She's so dominant. She's running out of competition. Suarez is her last true, real challenge in the women's strawweight division. No one else right now can challenge her. This fight is interesting. This fight is huge, whether you like it or not. Whether you think she deserves the shot or not, it's a big fight. You got an undefeated wrestler against a dominant champion, a dominant style, 2 dominant styles colliding. An unstoppable force in Tatiana versus an immovable object like Zhang Weili. Something's got to give. But I mean, if y'all don't believe me, what else is there for Tatiana? If Verna and Lemos are fighting, what else is there for Suarez? Like, what? She's going to fight Yan Xiaonan? What would be the point of that? Marina Rodriguez coming off a loss? What would be the point of that? Jessica Andrade? That was her last fight. Mackenzie Dern coming off a loss? Like, Luana Pinheiro? There's literally no one for her to fight. No one in these rankings. that are relevant or coming off wins or not someone that she's already beaten that's like there for her to fight. Again, Andrade already beat her. That was her last fight, no point. The only two other girls that would make sense is Jandiroba and Lemos. They're coming off wins, but they're fighting each other, so that just confirms to me that yes, Tatiana is next, and by the end of the year, she will be your new strawweight champion.